So our final race before the lunch break, we have the Deutsche Elektrokart-Meisterschaft now out on circuit for their first race of the day, the pre-final. So your grid is as follows. Luca Vloma, who after full ratification took pole position for the second day in succession. Ahead of Great Britain's Axel Laflamme. Jolmesh in the E9 will have the E95 of Philipp Dirskirchen alongside on row 2. Diego Stifter in the E8 will have Elijah Alessandro Sai in the E15 alongside. Valentin Wiesender, Sebastian Kraft, Jasmin Stein and Mika Mozika round out the top 10 with Alice Spiezia from the USA and Björn Niemann from kartmagazin.de rounding out the 12 strong. Again, as per we had yesterday, it will be a standing start. So the drivers just get a formation lap to get an understanding of the track evolution and how the grip might help them through the course of this race. So it's 10 minutes plus an additional lap with Vloma on pole. Vloma won the pre-final yesterday when then Axel Laflamme took the final yesterday afternoon after managing to get past through turn 3 earlier on in the throes of the first final of the weekend. Their next round will be here in around 3 weeks' time. So green flag waves at the back. 10 minutes on the clock. Let's see who gets the run down to turns 1, 2 and 3 as we go off and away. Great start there by Axel Laflamme, who quickly slots in front of Luca Vloma as there's an almighty tussle for third place. There was a little bit of a clash. I think that was Dirskirchen that ended up nearly causing a problem going through the right-hand sweeper at turn 3 as they head down to 6 for the first time. Wiesender trying to go around the outside of Spiezia through into turn 6, makes it through. As the leaders come through turn 10. Well, that is Diego Stifter that is actually leading the way, so we make our way through into turn number 12. Laflamme is actually down in 3rd position. Some of the drivers trying to make their way through the order. They come out of the final corner, put the foot down to the floor. So at the moment, the top 3 make their way through as Axel Laflamme tries to look up the inside of Luca Vloma. As Vloma goes up the inside of Stifter, forces his way through, gets through for the lead. And then Axel Laflamme goes absolutely full guns blazing through into turn 7 and makes the move through on the apex of turn 8 past Stifter. Then it's the E15 of Elijah Alessandro Saya rounding out the top 4 positions and trying to keep with the leaders. Jolmesh rounds out the top 5. As they come round the final couple of corners. So Vloma looking to again take the advantage going into the final this afternoon, which should take place at around about 10 past 3 local time. So all 12 drivers still circulating as there was a look up the inside by Elijah Alessandro Saya on Diego Stifter going into turn 6, but Saya was a bit too far away to try and have an opportunity. Sebastian Kraft from Switzerland rounds out the top 6. As Philipp Dirskirchen closing on Alice Spiezia from the USA, who's doing a great job at the moment, rounding out the top 7 positions. Seven minutes and 23 seconds still to go. Dirskirchen closing in the back bumper of Alice Spiezia as up the inside there's a move for 3rd, and it nearly ended up being one of the drivers losing a couple of places through turn 6 as they now make their way through turns 9 and 10. Just over 3 minutes completed. So at the moment that was Jolmesh that now has gone up the inside of Diego Stifter, and that allows Sebastian Kraft in the E10 to now close up. So the top two of Luca Vloma from Germany, Axel Laflamme from Great Britain. Then it is the number 15 of Elijah Alessandro Saya who rounds out the top three. It's very, very close. Third, fourth, fifth and sixth, tightly packed. Spiezia still holding on in front of Vizkirchen for what is seventh on the road. So Vloma trying to keep a bit of a gap between himself and Axel Laflamme. Behind Spiezia and Vizkirchen is Jasmin Stein in the E17 entry. Valentin Wiesender, Mika Mosika and then Bjorn Niemann are still circulating on the track. All 12 competitors making it through so far as we fast approach the halfway point. Drivers that are trying to put in fastest laps. Well, Axel Laflamme is the fastest out there. On the completion of lap number 4, he put in a 50.377. Speeds approaching around 130 to 135 kilometers an hour, which is an increase, is a remarkable difference between a senior Rotax with a 125 Max Evo engine, which on the straightaways will top out at around 110 kilometers an hour. As Elijah Alessandro Saya is coming under fire now from Joel Mesh in the E9 in the battle for P3. Leaders now come across the line to complete lap number 6. Just under half the race to go, plus an additional lap. So Joel Mesh in the E9 now goes quicker than anybody with a 50.276. These carts that do have a 24 kilowatts power output do have an additional boost button. Which can be used both either to attack or defend. And it is down to the driver's discretion as to when they decide to push it. As now a great run through into P3 nearly goes Joel Mesh on Elijah Alessandro Saya through into turn 12. So Joel Mesh, who came into this round, if memory serves me correctly, he was leading the standings by 17 points ahead of Sebastian Kraft. So there has been a little bit of a development, I think. Well, Alice Spiezia, just keeping an eye on him, he has actually dropped way down the order. He's dropped. He was running ahead of Philipp Vizkirchen. So I don't know whether there was a drama for the American a lap or two ago. So Vizkirchen now running solo as Jasmin Stein and Valentin Wiesender are battling away over position. That looks to be 8th place. Well, in the meantime, Axel Laflamme is trying to close up on Luca Vloma. This is kind of a repeat of what we had last time out, but Laflamme got closer and closer to the German in the dying stages, and in the final lap tried an attempt through turns 3 and 4, but thought better of it and decided to go for it in the final, which the Brit promptly won. Now also coming into the battle for what is still 3rd place, Elijah Alessandro Saya still ahead of Joel Mesh. Diego Stifter still with them. And they round out the top 5 positions. 2 minutes and 23 seconds still to go as Vloma still crosses line in first. As up the inside goes Joel Mesh, goes side by side through turn 3. Saya runs wide and nearly allows an opportunity for Stifter to go up into 4th position. So that was side by side and pretty much closer than you can probably want to have it on an overtake up the inside through turn 3. What this has meant is Alessandro Saya has Stifter behind, and there is Sebastian Kraft in the E10 from Switzerland, rounding out the top 10 positions, the top top 6 positions, my apologies there. Wiesender still keeping pace with Jasmin Stein as they continue to battle away over 8th place. So as they're running in the sub 51 second bracket, Vlerma did a 50.498, so 50.763 from Axel Laflamme, as Joel Mesch from Germany goes quicker than anybody. 50.161 from the E9 from Germany. And he is closing on Axel Laflamme. Just keeping an eye on the lap times, I mean, Laflamme was 0.6 of a second slower than Joel Mesch that particular occasion, as the German looks to the inside of turn 12. As, oh, Stifter goes bumping into the curbs trying to overtake Elijah Alessandro Sayer, and that allows Sebastian Kraft to close up. So, penultimate lap of the race. Axel Laflamme now trying to keep Joel Mesch at bay. Wants to hold on to second. That will give him the opportunity to fight with Vlerma at the front of the field in the final later on this afternoon. But then Laflamme coming under increasing pressure through 7, 8 and 9 and into the left at 10. Timer counting down. This time pretty much it will be the final lap of the race, as Joel Mesch has got past Axel Laflamme for second place, but Laflamme goes up the inside, steamrolls past, runs wide through turn 14. Joel Mesch goes side by side, but Axel Laflamme sweeps up in front. Keeps second, going on to the final lap of the race, but Vlerma is running away with it, 1.87 seconds. And now we have Elijah Alessandro Sayer starting to close as Joel Mesch tries to get up the inside of Axel Laflamme, who goes tight on the apex through 6, into 7, now into 8, into 9 they go for the final time as the leader heads down to turn 11, as Laflamme will have to go defensive for the next 3 corners. Joel Mesch trying his utmost to get past Axel Laflamme. He's got one more run to do it. Oh, he's managed to do it. He managed to get past, and then there's now what's happened with Axel Laflamme, because he's dropped down. He nearly lost out, but he's going to try and power past, and he pulls round the outside, taking second as Luca Vlerma takes the win here in the pre-final for DEKM. Luca Vlerma won it by nearly 2.5 seconds, but Axel Laflamme came powering through and had the run, and he must have used that boost button because that's the opportune moment to do so out of the final corner, and he got the run on Joel Mesch. Elijah Alessandro Sayer takes P4 ahead of Diego Stifter in 5th place. Sebastian Kraft in 6th ahead of Philipp Biskirchen. Valentin Wiesender, Jasmin Stein with Mika Mosica rounding out the top 10. Despite running within the top 7 positions, a great effort from the 14-year-old from Hoboken, New Jersey, of Alice Spiezia. He takes 11th with Bjorn Niemann rounding out the 12 as they all finished within 25.6 seconds of each other.
Zeitplaner heute. Da ist nichts mit Slower gehen. Als Handy. Komm ich das mit, oder was?
Ja, wenn ich einander zurückkomme.
Ja, sowas eben. Wirklich, 17 Kinder oder irgendwas. So ein Klump hast du.
Det er som ibindste kamp, hvor der er hen for det.
Der Eiswagen steht gar nicht mehr da.
Ja,
Nee, also vor Donnerstag steht es.
ist du nicht schon durchgestanden? Ja, aber auch gesehen, also guck mal. Ja, die fahren doch geil, was willst du denn?
Nichts nur hinter uns, ja?
Das wird zu Pause. Ganz toll. Ich will noch nicht Hause nicht besser haben. Direkt im Pfosten wird es in euch über uns gucken, ins Wort, da ist dann alle gut. Mal schauen, ob du die Kamera hast, die am Start wird. Bin ich gerade dabei.
Meine Kamera stehen, also.
Hast du nur ein Bild von der Kamera, Steffi?
Danke für Easy. Also, hat der 527 die Lizenz abgeholt? Ja, der war gerade da. Okay.
Das ist dann ja schon gefragt. Wofür man vielleicht?
Ja, ich hab schon.
Soll ich Jan auch mal denken?
Ja, geh mal eine Runde rum. Wie viel hat gefehlt?
Entschuldigung?
Wie viel hat gefehlt?
Gefehlt.
Daniel, für mal.
Ja.
Also die Drohnenkamera, da ist alles eingesteckt. Ich habe keine Ahnung, warum die nicht gehen sollte.
Sag mir mal die Antennennummer.
Dann komme ich nicht hinauf.
Warte. Z1, Z1.
Ja, komm jetzt zurück.
Nein, nein.
Man steigt nach rechts, steigt ungefähr am 10. Das ist ziemlich genau daneben.